There we go. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Don't fucking say anything yet. Nice.
Can't be quiet for this long.
What? Are we good now?
Yeah, you guys get that. You guys get that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he exists in a weird position where it's like he's outside the scene, but he also does like a lot of shit in Edmonton and stuff. So it's like, yeah, and it's like, I don't know. He
has a lot of influence in Edmonton. At least.
Yeah. And it's like if he ever takes people on the road and shit.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm celebrating.
That didn't sound good only because I think your glass is very, like, here.
Is that what it's supposed to sound like?
Yeah, like there's supposed to be
I
like
don't
a
want to
ding.
touch rims because
What?
Oh,
COVID,
that's fair.
bitch.
I don't have COVID.
I don't have COVID either, but I worked at a restaurant for 2 shifts.
No,
Are you
you're
scared
right.
you're gonna give it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, any of us could. Like, we were out yesterday.
You could be carriers
I
for 2
can't
weeks.
get it.
No, but you could be a carrier for it. That's the reason why everybody's so
That's the
worried
whole
about
thing.
it.
I know, but I'm telling you right now.
Did you take a test?
You sound like a boomer.
Okay, listen.
Did you take a test?
Listen to me. I'm being serious right now. I think I'm immortal.
Don't you know that beards carry a lot of bacteria?
Not this one.
On this one.
Okay.
My beard is clean.
It's weird.
I
I
don't
know.
believe
I'm just put this on the ground.
Yeah, we can move it out of the way.
Maybe put it on your guys' side because I move a lot. But
Like start throwing elbows and
I
shit.
know it sounds weird, but ever since I came back, I keep having this
I don't
dream where I'm on my bed and I
Came
wake
back
up.
to life. Sorry.
I wake up and like I open my eyeballs, right, and then I see this angel and it's like and it says like your time is coming, and then it goes back into my ceiling.
No, for real.
No. That's
Oh my god! I feel like
Of course
I
not.
would pee my pants.
Yeah, you would have a psychotic break.
Holy shit.
No, that's
so
never happened.
scary.
But I do think that I'm pretty. I don't know. Just like I just wouldn't get it. I would
You
get
haven't-
something stupid.
Yeah.
Like the bubonic plague.
I would get that, and then they'd be like, "Take this," and then I'd make a video or a joke about it.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure it's
shit.
curable with penicillin. To be
Probably
honest.
curable with my.
There's treatment for the
Yeah.
bubonic plague
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's how it's still like it exists in the world. You can still get
Yeah.
the plague. The Black
The
Death.
Black Death, but
when I
OG. Well, not OG.
because I'm trying to get into rehab, so I
Yo,
keep
kill it.
sending people. I keep sending like I have to do these medical tests.
you're
and stuff like
trying.
that.
I'm sorry. Wait, you're
What?
trying to get into rehab?
Yeah. Wait. It doesn't sound like I can't get into it.
No, I'm just saying that's fucked up. That just made me so
Why?
sad. The system is.
No, it's not about the system.
No,
like,
that's a problem. I'm sorry, that's a problem. That's a problem in
No,
taking
I
care of
get- but-
people's mental health.
But I
okay.
can get. But they have to have beds and room.
Is that not sound like a problem? That they don't
I
have
mean,
enough room?
I mean, if someone needs that place more than me, then I'm wrong.
No, but there shouldn't be if someone needs it more than me, it should be I need it. There should be room for me.
There should be a way in an ideal society is like
I-
But how are they gonna make the extra bed for me?
Well,
No.
they should get funded.
They should
be
fun- There should
supported.
be fed,
Oh, but
there
it's
should
not-
be more buildings and more
Oh,
rehab
yeah, but
centers and more.
I've only applied to 2 rehabs because I like it.
I'm just saying, no, but there should be, like, because you found programs that you like as a person that you want to be.
Yeah.
There should be more programs that are likable and that are out there to help people. You know, like, doesn't that sound a little fucked up that you're trying to apply for these programs that you know are going to help you, but there's a good chance that you might not
Yeah.
get
You're-
into them?
You're applying
I don't
for
feel-
support.
You're applying to get help? Like, fuck, man, that's fucked up.
No, I don't feel too oppressed about it.
I know you don't feel oppressed because you never feel oppressed because you're a little gremlin guy, but like whatever, no one can kill you. We get it.
No, it's not about that. It's about like, I'm on my own journey, and like when I'm going to go, I'm going to go. Like I've
That's
done.
fine.
I've done the 12 steps, and I've like accepted this higher power, and that higher power is gonna give me what I need when it gives it to me.
Yes.
Is your higher power the Avatar?
Yeah.
It would be.
But I'm serious. Like that's just like how I feel about everything. Like things
That's
come.
valid and
like-
fair.
Like today, I missed my bus, and that's why I had to take an Uber, right? So like instead of like getting upset or worked up, I went back to my place. I ordered the Uber, and I went back outside to like my. I went out the back because I had to go to Paul Mommy's, anyways. And what I found was the clip to this microphone
Oh, nice.
on the ground. I dropped it on my way to the bus.
Oh, wow.
So if I didn't miss that bus and bad things didn't happen, I wouldn't have found it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's wild. That's
So then I would have came here and I would have been more mad.
I can see what you're saying with that. I see the
Yeah.
positive aspects. I really do.
That
and
really is glass half
so-
full.
That
So-
really
so
is
optimistic.
lovely.
So and that stuff happens to me all the time.
That's
So let's
proof.
say I go into rehab right now and I die. What if right now is not my time to even go to the rehab?
That's one way of looking at life.
Because like
Okay.
the thing about I feel with the system or the government is like I'm more than the system or government. My root it sounds weird, but my root in life is beyond.
The government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to let the government.
The government is a made-up system that other people
Well,
made
like,
up.
But it is a made-up system that is in the way of a lot of things, though.
Sure, but I'm not going to let that be in my way of my recovery. I'm not
No.
going to let I can't go to rehab.
That's so strong.
That's
so
really great.
impossibly
I'm just saying
strong.
there's not a lot of
No, there should be. I agree with you. There should be better options for people that really
who aren't
need it.
like you,
But-
or me, or
but
you.
I like to think that because I can't go, someone that needs it can go.
Well, I
You know,
guess.
like if they're saying no to me, they're saying yes to someone else.
Okay, and I like that argument, but also, for instance, when I've applied for welfare and I got denied twice,
Yeah.
I needed it. I genuinely feel like I needed it. I
Mhm.
had it, but I could use that mindset. Someone else is getting it that needs it, but I know for a fact that a lot of people don't get it, that don't need it.
Yeah,
But
you know that there's a lot more people in
Yeah.
your position
That's
getting denied than there are people
That's-
getting.
That's the hard
what
thing
they
about
need.
life, though. It's like you.
You know what though? I don't accept that. That shouldn't be. That's how life is. It shouldn't be just a constant struggle to be accepted, a constant struggle to get your basic rights met, your basic needs met, like water. Why are there so many communities in this planet, country,
Yeah, that's bad.
province without clean water? That's a real issue. And
Like
like you
a
need that's
basic quality of
a
life
basic thing. You need water for literally everything to live, like
Yeah.
everything.
Like every day.
Every-
you should get to drink
The-
clean.
It's so
water.
frustrating. And so like just to say, oh, that's how life is. That's how. And so many people. It's not just you. It's not just us.
Yeah.
It's like so many people I know just go, oh, that's just
It's-
how it is.
the-
That
it's a
should
way-
not be how it is.
The other
It's
thing
a way to
though
oppress the
is if
masses.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
get
it's fine.
worked
It's
up.
complacency.
The other thing though, if I get worked up and I'm not complacent, I'm going to relapse.
No, I know, but it's different for your. I'm not putting it on your shoulders.
No, because like here's the other thing too. It's like the best thing I can do because I can't take down the water company right now where I'm at.
going to.
Yeah, so you're going
Yeah.
to, right? You're going to. So like my dream is to help street kids. That's what I want to do.
That's good.
But I'm not going to do it by screaming at the government
No, of
for
course
whatever,
not.
right?
No.
That's just not my goal, and I don't believe in fighting the system with the system.
Okay.
That's why. That's a
That's
part
why
of me.
riots exist.
That's
and-
yeah. That's why I
the
think.
system is designed so that you can't fight it.
Yeah. So like when people are like, oh, we should do like
Protest.
votes with mail. I'm like, yeah, but they own the mail.
Oh, quick fact! Did you know in America, 1 in 13 black people, have been in prison, and that means 1 in 13 people are convicted felons, and they cannot vote because they are convicted felons, and that means 1 in 13 people cannot vote in those communities, which means there is a reason
That number sounds low.
that.
I'm sure it's proportional in other places.
Think about
It
the
is, yeah.
huge populations in that country. Oh my God, like.
400 million people.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
1 in
Um,
13. That's so many people who are being oppressed, who cannot vote, whose voice is not being heard.
Yeah.
And it's like what they deem a felony is like fuck you, it's legal up here.
Like
Yeah.
Like
But,
seriously, like you can get
It's
a
gross.
felony like weed trafficking charge for like a fucking eighth. You can spend 15 years in jail for having like an eighth of weed on you, which is like 3.5 grams.
That's ridiculous.
And it's,
Yeah.
they've been doing it for fucking years, and like that's how
They fill the
the-
prison
the
because
prison system is just another form of
they have a
oppression.
quota. They have a quota
Yeah.
that they have to fill.
And they're private prisons, and like you
Yeah.
have to work for money.
They
and
have
then you
free
get
labor.
you
in
get
those
paid like
prisons
2 cents an hour to like do shit.
to make underwear from Victoria's Secret. That
Yeah.
they have prison labor. You could do that. I think that's only female prisons though, to be honest, because men are gross. No,
I don't think guys would be. Yeah, there's so many problems with
Like, so many
making
problems.
people make underwear.
But what I was saying
No, but
is,
that's a real
Yeah,
I-
100%.
so that's why I don't feel like fighting the system with the system.
No, I've
Like,
seen
it's
it.
gonna win.
Exactly.
So like what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna
Which
put
is
myself
so disheartening.
I'm gonna put myself at the position where I'm so big and I'm so unstoppable
You can work
that
outside
like
it.
I'm not going to the island. I just want to get invited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's what he's,
Yeah,
Oh,
so
fuck.
I've
so
heard you
that's
say
what I
that
want,
before.
so that they no one can stop me. So like,
Yeah.
if I help this, like, okay, my agenda is not to stop police brutality or water or something like that. Like, that's just not where my head's at. I just don't. I feel bad at the same time, but like I have one goal and that's my goal. Like I feel like I have to be like Spider-Man. I can't save the entire world.
Yeah.
I have
And
to
I
save
think
one
it's
people.
a trickle down effect. You know, if you start the revolution, you know, like as
Well, that's
as you're
that's
kind
the
of,
thing, right? Like my idea in my world is like I've gone through so much shit that I've overcame it. That
Yeah.
it's my duty to make my universe better.
Yeah.
And then when my universe is better, someone will be inspired to make their universe better.
Exactly.
And then someone will be inspired to make their universe better.
Exactly.
Right. So that's all I can do.
Representation and trickle down effects,
So.
but in like a real manner that matters.
And I just don't feel like I can go through the actual like system. I don't feel like, and that's the thing about like getting angry or mad. Like I'm already such an angry person, and I'm very like violent. That like if I let myself get that way, it's going to just be bad. So I can't let myself get mad at like things and whatnot. You know, I'm not saying like no one else can. Like if you're not that kind of person, but like for me, I have so much like pent up anger that like it roots to like resentment and like whatever.
It's dangerous for you to get mad.
And so like
Dangerous for yourself.
I have to like really I have to plan out my anger, right? So like yesterday I was thinking about like doing drugs and I was thinking about dying and I was like thinking about like, oh, like it's okay to overdose, like it's fine, like whatever, yada yada. And like I was having these arguments in my head about like if all drugs were legal with like an imaginary fucking hippie. And
Was it Eric Andre?
I don't know.
Did you watch a special?
No. It was just like
he has a special.
no, maybe that's why, because like that's the thing. My brain takes something,
Legalize
and
it
then
all.
like later when like I'm alone and I'm like acceptable, it plugs into my brain, and then I'm having this argument with a random person about how like it wouldn't be a good idea if like all drugs are bad, yada yada, and like in my head, and then like I'm getting so mad and frustrated, and like I can't be that way all the time, so I can't feel oppressed, because like if I let myself feel oppressed, if I let myself scream at like these big companies, I'm not letting myself build and grow. Because like I'm sure that those big companies, those rich people, never yelled at someone once. They were always like, "What can I do?" Do you know what I mean? I want to be like that.
Yeah.
I want to think like that.
Yeah.
That's just me though. Because like my anger comes from, I learned through my 12 steps in recovery that you can't fight anger with anger.
Yeah.
You have to go around it somehow, right? Like that's just like what I took from
Fighting
my
hate with love or
like hate just builds hate. Like,
kiss it with kindness. Or
like when I was
fuck.
when I was a kid, my mom she left me on the streets when I was a kid, and that hate made me hate women. But I learned later in life with a lot of therapy and to take myself out of it. Like I remember one of my girlfriends who were dating for 5 years in Grand Prairie. She told me she was like, Arturo, I think you need to stop doing drugs, and I fucking snapped. I was screaming at her. I was like doing cocaine. I was so fucking mad. And like someone was like, "Hey, are you fighting? Why are you guys fighting?" And I was like, "She's saying she says I can't do my fucking drugs." And it was the first time that I said that out loud. And I was like,
And it hurt.
yeah, and I was like, "Whoa, why am I?" No, she did something else, and I kept like telling myself, I was like, my addiction kept telling me like, "No, she did other stuff too. Do you remember that thing? Do you remember that thing?"
Yeah.
It's trying to like build hate onto hate, and that's what I don't want. And so I took myself, when I moved to Edmonton, I took myself to therapy, and like my therapist was a woman, which is kind of funny because like she sat down, she's like, "What seems to prove problem?" And I was like, "I hate women," and she's like,
Love that for her.
"I don't think you do," and, then, and she's like, "You don't hate women because like saying." You have to use your words carefully, because like I don't feel oppressed. I feel disadvantaged, maybe, right? Because like oppressed is when people don't get water, they can't get water. I can be sober, so it's okay if I don't go to rehab. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not really oppressed, because like I'm a very stable person. I have a choice. Yeah, I have resources.
Yeah.
I have 100% guaranteed not to be sober by myself.
Right.
But someone that like is oppressed would be like someone that has nothing at all but rehab. Do you know what I mean?
I guess.
Like if I go to rehab,
It's the only. That's
Their
their
only
only
way out.
salvation.
when someone goes to rehab, usually they have nothing afterwards. I have my own place, a job, stability. I can be like a firefighter if I want to. I can be an electrician if I want to. I can go back in the oil field if I want to. I can be a cook if I want to, right? But then like an oppressed person, I feel would have nothing. They would have to go to the halfway house.
Bottom last choice.
They would have to do those things. So like
Last
I don't
resort.
feel like I it's not like I don't get to say oppressed, but I feel like if I say, oh yeah, back to my other point. So if I say I hate women, then my brain is building that anger.
Right.
I don't hate women. I feel betrayed and wronged by my mother, which makes me angry at women, right? And so when I realize that, now I can be best friends with you. I can be friends with Kevin. And do you know what I mean? Like I can have a healthy relationship with like with people, right? So like if I get like right now this conversation back then wouldn't have happened.
Love that.
Right? It would be like a fucking mess. I probably this would be wine. I'd be fucking drunk.
It would be smashed.
Everything would be like
would
done.
we even be here doing this podcast?
No, that's
there
the
would
thing.
be a fire in the corner.
That's the thing. Like I was at a different plane in my life, but
Exactly.
because I can take myself out of that anger and out of that like that state of mind. You know what I mean? And that's why I
understand
don't.
what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel that I want to get mad. Like my fridge the other day, it broke. And it broke down, and my landlord was like, "Oh, we're not giving you compensation though. It was broke for 3 days. I deserve compensation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get mad at whatever, yada yada.
It's their responsibility.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, I did what my therapist told me to do. I did the same thing that I did with women. I was like, "What's the root of why I'm mad? I'm mad that I don't have money. No, I'm not mad I don't have money. I'm mad that I wasted that money I did buy drugs. That's what I'm mad at. I'm getting myself worked up because I'm going to." Like, see this as an opportunity. My brain's already telling me, like, hey, we already don't have food. Do you want to have food for a week? It makes sense, right? I'm already.
Do you want to save money on groceries?
I
feel like that's like the world's
right?
shittiest car salesman.
So, like, when I get those like things that happen in the system that happen to me, I have to like take myself out of it and just be like, what am I really mad at? And then the thing that happened was like my luck. I was like talking to I called my landlord. I was like, hey, like you owe me this. Yeah. It's been 3 days. Like I talked to the board, like I was nice about it. I wasn't angry like I used to be, where I'd be like fucked up, right? I wasn't like that. I wasn't violent. And then the next day, he gave me my fridge. He got my fridge squeezed into like their appointments.
Nice.
I got my fridge, and it was a nice fridge.
Because and you know why is like the reason why that response happened is because you showed such a rational and confident and well thought out way of doing it. He's like, fuck, this guy's gonna, if this is gonna bite me in the ass, if I don't,
he has his head on his shoulders.
This guy's serious.
And like,
whereas
honestly,
that landlord
I was
just
bluffing. I didn't call the board. I wasn't going to call the board. Like
you don't have to.
And
it's his fucking responsibility.
But for real.
And the other thing too is like I have to take in accountability that I chose to live in the ghetto.
Yeah, but
I don't need to live in that.
But
bad
now
apartment.
you have that power, though. Like not power, but you like in a way like confidence to use the like to bluff in that situation.
Yeah.
To be like, I know better. I know my rights. I know that you're not doing what your due diligence as my landlord, etc. And then I can go this route if you don't. And people who are acting shitty usually know they're acting shitty, so they're not gonna want to, have a lawsuit or whatever.
But conversely, that's also an instance of you using the system to beat the system.
Exactly.
I also know that
is from the inside out.
Mic drop.
I used the system.
You used the.
You bluffed.
You used
I'm gonna call the fucking lawyer.
You used the avenue that you were supposed to. You essentially lobbied for your rights and responsibility, and like it's their responsibility and it's your right because you pay rent to have a working shelter. Like that's what you pay for. When you're paying rent, you're paying for a working shelter. So your windows need to open, your electricity and shit, your plumbing. If a sink backs up, it's not your fault. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Your landlord should take care of it. If you're dumping grease down your fucking sink, that's another issue.
Did you ever see those what were they, the ads on TV when we were when I was younger? It was like, don't pour your sink down the drain, kids.
Yeah, don't put grease down the drain.
Yeah, it was like environmental shit. I don't know,
But people still do it. Like that's what happened here. Is like someone else in the building was chucking grease down the sink, and then because I'm in the basement and all the lines are fucking connected, my sink decided to throw up all the greasy water, and my landlord had it fixed in a day. Like I called him, like it happened, and I had to clean up, and then I called him that night, or actually I don't even think I called him, I just sent him a text, and the guy was like, cool, I'll be there tomorrow morning with a plumber, we'll get this thing fixed. And I came home the next day and everything was perfect, and it's not fucked up since. Beautiful. So like this guy has been like the chillest landlord that I've ever dealt with, because he just seems like a person with a day job that has properties that I don't know how he came into it, but like he just seems like an average person.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like another landlord that I was living with. Like I lived at a place for 6 years.
Yeah.
And it took them 5 months to fix flood damage, and I was living in the apartment. And they're sending me emails and stuff like that, and like I got one email that they're like, oh yeah, they think there might be asbestos in the ceiling, so we're gonna put you in a hotel and fix that. And then that never happened. Yeah. And then I got like another email being like, turns out there was no asbestos, and I was like, yeah, but how do I know?
How do they know? They didn't even come in. They just sent you an email.
There's no I've been there the entire time. There was no fucking test.
That's ridiculous.
So and like that factored into one of the many reasons why I left that place, was just like it was managed poorly, and I never felt like they were actually like I wasn't a priority. It took them 5 months. There was no carpet or tile or hardwood. I was just walking around on like busted concrete.
What the? That's a safety issue.
100%. I had a strip.
Was it boardwalk? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't, but it was very close. It was Midwest.
Oh my god! I'm convinced that the rental, those places are run by the mafia. They're run by the mob.
I think my place.
I think that's a possibility.
Yours is definitely.
Might be.
Jesus Christ! A lot of the buildings in Edmonton are.
But that's why I never like pushed on. I was like, no, you owe me money. It's like I chose to live in this shitty place with this stupid building. Like because I lived there for 5 years, and
Your fridge should still work though, bitch.
Yeah, my fridge works now.
No, now after you bitched about it.
Yeah, but I'm not like going to go after him for the money, you know. Like I can like send a whatever like report to like the board or whatever, but then at the same time I just feel like I have to take in my own accountability in my own life, you know.
Yeah, I understand that 100%. Yeah,
like I get dirty looks from the neighbors sometimes, and I'm not upset about it. I'm just like,
why did they give you dirty looks? You're all in the same place.
They didn't get as fucked up as me.
No, but I mean, like you guys are all in the same environment.
Because I was running around.
You're all in the same tax bracket. If not, you're in the higher tax bracket. Because how much you work.
Because I was running around the fucking apartment with like blood on my face.
That's
bringing in prostitutes.
That's true.
Do they have children?
Yeah.
They learned something.
like
that's a real life lesson that you can't learn anywhere else.
No.
Yeah.
Like
welcome to real life, bitch. You want to struggle?
No, but you're right. Like you're doing a different
school.
You're doing a different level of irresponsible shit.
No, I guess I can see I can see the sentiment.
Because like I'd probably just like get out of my apartment and like go by like the front door of my place, like where the lobby is, and I would just like stare
into
just
the
into the
building.
No, just like up from the inside out, and I would just stare at the school for hours.
That's fucked.
And then like sometimes. Huh?
Why not from inside your apartment?
I don't know. I was high. I don't know why. And I would just like stare. I would stare outside, and then like it'd be like I'd stare from like probably like 9 a.m. to like a good noon. So they would just like walk around me. They'd be like, excuse me.
I take back everything I said.
Excuse me.
I do not stand by anything.
They take.